CarolinaPrepper.com. If you're looking for quality food storage for hiking, fishing, hunting, basic survival needs, or just for everyday use, check out our food storage line at CarolinaPrepper.com. We also carry other fine quality products such as our can concealment holsters for men and women. Keeping your firearm under cover and within reach puts confidence in your hands in any situation. Our products are 100% American made. Check us out today at CarolinaPrepper.com.
And now, it's time to stand for truth.
Good morning, everybody. I started you just a second or two early. How is everybody? Hey, Robin, Hugh, Asher, good to see you. Marlene, good to see you. How is everybody today? I hope if you're near Florida, you're getting out of there. Hey, Robin, good to see you. Mama Lou, good to see you as well. Good morning, Catherine. How are you? Preparing here in Florida. Oh, Robin, I'm telling you. Hey, Julia, I wish you were out of Florida for a while. They're saying now that hurricane will be bigger, perhaps, than Andrew in 1992. So if I were in the path of the storm, what it looks to be, I would get out if you could. Absolutely get out if you could. While people are coming in, I'm going to be reading Psalm 3. I'd like to do this. Hey, Barbara, good to see you. I'd like to do this for the people who were impacted by Harvey, and also praying for the people with Irma coming right at them, praying for your safety. The Lord helps his troubled people. Psalm 3. Lord, how they have increased who trouble me. Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who say of me, there is no help for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me from his holy hill. I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord, save me, O my God, for you have struck all my enemies on the cheekbone. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessing is upon your people. Let me start Periscope back up because they got kicked off by a phone call. So that happens every now and then. One of those days. Not sure how much they saw or heard of the prayer, but they can go back and listen to it again. Let me get them up and going. Trying to get you guys back. There you go. Hey, Chicago Pops. Got a phone call. You guys got kicked out. Sorry about that. Happens sometimes. Good morning. Hey, Marianne. Hey, Nancy, how are you? All right, sorry. Thoughts are with all Floridians. I know, Hugh. I can't even imagine, what they're thinking right now. For all of you that came in and that got knocked off, I was reading Psalm 3. So if you'd like to go back and read that, I know. And we're back. Don't know who called this early in the morning. For me, it's only 8 o'clock. So you can't find bread or water. Oh, my gosh. Yes, we're back. Thank you for coming back. Please, if you would share this with everybody, since they probably went for something else and that got, they got kicked out of that. So if you would share it, I'd appreciate it. I don't know if anybody is interested, but the people, the VOP people, the homeless veterans from Arizona are going to be going down and setting up in Georgia initially. And then that's kind of like their initial staging area. Thank you, Lulu. So I don't know if you want to have an address for them. If you would like to send, they don't take cash. Hey, Kim, but if you would like to send them gift cards or send money there. Hey, Beck, good to see you. Anything like that. Would anybody like that address that you could send money. Hey, Teresa, not send money, but send gift cards or anything else. Catherine, you saw it already. Okay, just let me know if you want that address. Those guys are awesome, Asher. They don't have to even do this. They're doing everything for free. So, okay, so let me give you the address. Hey, Bill, good morning. All right, so is everybody, let me know when you're ready to write this down. This is the address where you can send gift cards, any supplies that you want for the VOP people who are setting up, who are going to help the victims in Irma. All right, hey, Amanda, everybody ready? Here you go. OIS, and yes, I'll put it on Twitter later. I'll try. It's a long address. OIS Relief. OIS Relief. In care of Keith Lasseter. Lasseter. And the address is 3916 Hilldale Road. That's Hilldale Road. And that is in Oakwood, Georgia, 30556. Hey, Nissan. My dear Susan, you must speak for Governor Florida to open the door for all churches in all Florida and ring the bell for church 33 times for God to stop the storm. Well, I don't know that the governor of Florida will listen to me. I think if you're in Florida and that's what you want your governor to do, I certainly think that that would be something that you would want to call or write and tell them how important that it is for them to do that, if that's really what you believe. I would say I'm not sure who's staying in Florida. I don't think anybody should stay in Florida at this point. Hey, Keith, good morning. Everybody should just get out, and including anybody in churches and everywhere else. Hillary, cough. What's going to do nothing? Hey, Jamie. Jamie says, be prepared. Monica, good to see you. Josette, good morning. Thank you, Josette. Can you write it Sharpie and show it? I could if I had a Sharpie. What I'll do is on my timeline, I'll put it on my timeline. So you can go back there after the show and get it. But let me repeat it just one more time. OIS Relief in care of Keith Lasseter, 3916 Hilldale Road, Oakwood, Georgia, 30556. And I'll put it on right after on my timeline. Just scroll down and find it on my timeline. Send them anything but money, you know. So gift cards, anything, food, water, socks, clothing, anything that people might have use for, anything to eat, anything of that nature. Thank you, Beck. Okay, so let's get to some breaking news. The Federal Reserve Vice Chair Stanley Fischer has stepped down, citing personal reasons. Don't be a victim, evacuate. Yeah, exactly. And I think this is even going to be bigger than Harvey. And Harvey, I've heard people saying, hey, you know, if we could make a Category 6, we would go ahead and do this. It's going to be that big. Make sure you have all preps in order. Yeah, it looks like after it hits Florida that it's supposed to go up and also hit North Carolina, although I don't know how much North Carolina is going to get. I mean, I don't know what category it's going to be or if it's going to be a tropical storm, but that's what I heard this morning. And as I said earlier, Governor Rick Scott said the entire state should brace for Irma. It's bigger than Hurricane Andrew in 1992. Yes. Keith, exactly. They said it's going to be bigger than a Category 5. That would be enough to tell me, get out. All the Harvey help. What about Irma? They're starting to, they're going to help Irma, I'm sure. Hey, Hassan, as soon as it's needed. And I heard the governor yesterday saying that he's already talked to the president. The president assured him money's going to be there. Stronger winds than Katrina and stronger than Andrew in 1992. And Andrew was pretty fierce. Are you posting that address on your Twitter? Yes, Asher. Right after, I will post the address on my Twitter. Just go down the timeline and look for it. But they need that the stuff now. They're leaving today to get across country and be there about when the storm hits. So they're going to go to Georgia, pick this stuff up, and then go on down. Hey, Robert, good to see you. I wish our family and friends would leave. They always say they're not as bad as reported, but this could be a game changer. And if you want to, when you send that stuff, if you want them to know where it's coming from, if you want to put the Knowles crew with a K, do that. You can put that you heard it on my show. If you want them to know where it came from. If not, that's fine. I'm not taking credit for it, but they will know who I am because I do a lot of work with them. If you want them to know that it came from this show, please let them know that. Hey, Helen, good to see you. My brother's family is 10 minutes from the ocean. Oh, no. Irma, do you guys know? I mean, right now they're saying that Irma is going to hit the coast of Florida on the southeast side. That's what I last heard. Hey, Jen, but I don't know. That could change. And, I mean, some of it looks like it covered the entire state of Florida. Kids at school, people at work today in Florida. Although yesterday, Nancy, I heard that, I heard that the schools will be closing today. Some schools are closing already. They're going to no after-school activities today, and the schools are going to be closed for the rest of the week. From what I heard yesterday, the toll roads down there, they're open. You can pass through there for free now in Florida. Correct on Saturday. Yeah, whew, gosh. So North Carolina, it looks like they're going to be getting it on Saturday. So that's going to be bad. I mean, coast of North Carolina, it's going to be hit pretty hard probably. I'm in Tampa Bay area. The storm is bigger than the state. Monica, I heard that somebody was talking on the radio this morning that said Tampa Bay is absolutely not prepared for the hurricane. So if you're in Tampa Bay and you can trust the person that I heard on the radio, then I would make plans to maybe leave Tampa Bay if you possibly can. That's what they were saying about Tampa Bay. I don't know anything about Tampa Bay. Everyone should get out of there. Yeah, it sounds like it, Teresa. Hope everyone gets safely out of harm's way. Call insurance company, get a flood insurance binder now, Brad said. Ooh, wow. Airfare gouging. That's horrible. Stop and come and see. Sister-in-law in Tampa. Well, Cully, they said that Tampa Bay cannot handle this. So maybe she can come stay with you for a little while. I have 2 spare rooms, Teresa said, so you can't get insurance right now, Marlene said. $500 to $3,200 for, was that airfare or was that insurance? Tampa won't be able to handle massive amounts of water flooding, Robin said. Yep. It's not going to be good. Oh, airfare. That's ridiculous. I mean, if I had a way to get out of there, I would just drive out of there as far as I could go. Head west. Hey, Nina. Okay, you're back. Great. I have 10 cats. Going to be a nightmare. Oh, Monica. Get yourself some containers right away. A lot of my fellow geezers are retired in Florida from Chicago. Wow. $75 to $95 parking lot, or I don't know what that is, $75, $95 parking lot. Is that how much it costs to park with the gouging or something? And, anybody who's caught gouging like that, oh, interstate. Oh, the interstate's a parking lot already. Oh, jeez. Let's pray for Shauna. Shauna's down there in Florida, right in the path, I think. I mean, it's just 75 is the main way out of Florida. Great. Just got a notice from Frontier Airlines fly for $25. Lots leaving tomorrow. Oh, my goodness. Send gas. Yeah, for those people, down in Georgia, if you're going to be sending anything, gift cards are good. That way they can buy whatever they need to, and they're going to need diesel. I mean, they're coming across country without any gas and without diesel. I did have somebody who listened to this show. They donated $100 the other day. I sent that to them on his behalf so that they could have that money to use. And she's got horses too. Yeah, that's right, Hugh. She has 2 horses. Barney said it's a windstorm more than water storm. I guess that's good. I guess. I don't know. Sending prayers to the people of the path of the storm, Jamie said. Absolutely. Dear Lord, we lift up Shauna. Keep her safe and the family and pets. Amen. Please say a prayer for all those down there in Florida. Jesus, we pray for all those in harm's way. Me too, Mike said. Uh, the congressional Democrats said they would back Harvey and with a 3-month debt limit increase. Very kind of them. So they will vote for that. So just for a 3-month increase. Prayers for everyone on here that live in Florida. Absolutely, Robin. I mean, you have to know Ted Cruz blocked funding. For what? Funding for Harvey? I can't imagine that would be true. No, I'm not a Scientology nut, but thank you for insulting everyone, whether they're Scientologists or not. We'll take 50-state volunteer effort to save lives and restore Texas and Florida, Stop said. After the storm passes, send all donations to the food banks. Yeah, and let me just say, everybody wants to always try to get you to send money to the Red Cross. The Red Cross spends about 20% of what you send to them on donations. The rest of it, they spend on administrative costs and on themselves. So if you want 100% of your donations to go to whoever you want them to go to, then go to somebody like mercury1.org or some other group that tells you they give 100% of your donations to support the cause and not to administration. Hey, Karen, good to see you. Don't ever give to the Red Cross, Robin said. Rhonda said, sent you a text. Yeah, Rhonda, I can't view it right now because I'm online with that, using that. So if you have an update, let us know. I have a site to donate to Texas that was created by our Governor Abbott. Keith, go ahead if you want to list that site. Donna says she donates to Mercury One. Yeah. Mercury One does good work. They've been down there in Harvey. I think they may still be there. Red Cross is garbage. They never send even the 20% to the place of disaster. I've heard it's not good. They send less than 10% to target areas. Sea to Shining Sea says. That's not good. Hey, Jennifer. Yeah, I don't look like Al Gore. I don't know if Al Gore is a Scientologist. I don't really care. Scientologists, if that's what they want to be, that's up to them. I donated at my job to United Way, and they give where needed. It is moving to the East Coast, Rhonda said. Where in the East Coast, Rhonda? Evidence to Texas that was created. Yeah, that's somebody else just said that too about the site. If you have a website that Governor Abbott put up for Texas and you'd like to continue giving for Harvey, please do. Most charities only use 7 to 10% of the monies donated to whom they are supporting. Yeah, that's what I like about mercury1.org. And that's mercuryone.org. Okay, Keith, no problem. Local food bank, Salvation Army, great places, Jamie said. I'm going to DM you after this. Let me know what you think. Okay, Nina, thank you. People have crossed limit. Don't know what that means. Washington playing games and adding partisan agendas. Oh, my gosh. I'm telling you, it's, let me just say, let me just talk about DACA for a moment. This morning, the left came out. And, of course, they're taking this and they're making everything about DACA. I know I've said this before, but I want to kind of repeat it. DACA, and you know this, so I'm repeating it for hopefully that a Democrat might listen to this and it might change their minds. DACA was a policy based on an illegal act by the President of the United States. That was President Obama. The President is the executive branch. The President is not the legislative branch. The President has no authority to make law, which is what Obama did with DACA. And also, the President has no ability to impact and make law against the federal immigration law. And that's also what Obama did. So now you've got people who are absolutely going crazy over the fact that this president voided something that was never a valid law in the first place. That's right, Ron. DACA was illegal in the beginning. And so you have Congress who should have done this all along. It was Congress who should have passed something in regards to DACA if they wanted to. But this gives them ability now to come out and say, oh, and they're all using the same words. There's Keith's www.rebuildtx.org, www.rebuildtx.org. That's the Governor Abbott website that Keith is giving us. It's for Harvey. So these people are going crazy. These people are using, like I said, the same words. It's cruelty and cowardice are the two words that they're using. They're saying what Trump did was absolute cruelty, and it was cowardice for him to do it, and also cowardice for him to have Jeff Sessions come out. Although Jeff Sessions, it being a law, would be the more reasonable one to come out and say something about it being, rescinded. But now they're the face of a new cause. So the face of the new cause is they were trying to get you to leave. The Republicans are trying to get people to leave, the DACA people. And we want you to stay. You are Americans. We love you. Hey, Gwiz, how are you? We love you. You're the face of America. We want you to stay. So, and let me just say, hey, Dixie, no one ever said that they were going to be deported. In fact, they're not going to be deported. It's not going to happen. They've always said, they being the GOP, Donald Trump, they've always said that you're going to be deported if you've committed a crime. And so if you're DACA and you've never committed a crime, you're not going anywhere. And everybody knows that. But this is a time for the Democrats to step up and act like they're doing something important. Good morning, Debbie. How are you? Don't like the narrative that all dreamers are brilliant college students and professionals. I know, Robin. I mean, and I'll tell you, if you listen to the talk, you would feel that people who are citizens of the United States aren't as worthy as anybody else. And they certainly aren't as worthy as DACA. And they're not as brilliant as DACA. Yeah, Marianne, you should blame Congress for this mess. Catherine said we need to start drug testing these people in Congress. That would be good. Thanks, Robin. They took jobs from real American people, and they will continue to take jobs from American people at about 30,000 a year. Jamie agrees. Yeah, and so, if you listen to Lindsey Graham, who came out yesterday, here's what Lindsey Graham is starting to do. Lindsey's starting to be the guy who, like, if the mood is a little bit low, you want Lindsey to come out. He's the class clown that comes out and gets everybody happy again. So Lindsey was out there kind of cracking jokes yesterday, because he's Lindsey. He's from the South Carolina, and he's friends with John McCain. And so he was cracking jokes. And so basically he is saying, if we can't get to DACA, how are we going to help your parents? That just perked up my ears because I know what that means. What they want to do is they want to give legal status to DACA and then legal status to their parents. That's exactly what they want to do. So 12 million people who are here, they really want to give legal status to them. Robert Menendez starts his trial today, Jamie said. Well, are they on any federal assistance? Yeah, they are. Let's start there and stop no free college. Yeah. Tough situation. I had a friend who didn't know he was here illegally. It is, Nina. And I'm not saying they should, they're bad people or anything else. Because this isn't about the people. This is about the law. They do want legal status because then no more handouts. Or they don't want legal status because they won't get any more handouts. Hey, McCurl, how are you? DACA gets free college. A lot of immigrant students get free college. The DACA kids have had enough time to go through the process to become legal. I support to remove DACA for good, Ron says. That's not fair that they take jobs away from American people, Ron says. Maybe my grandchildren can get a job now. But, again, DACA's not going anywhere. Those people aren't going anywhere. They're not leaving. Am I on SC? What's that? South Carolina? I don't know what that SC is other than South Carolina. Start enforcing all laws. No, I'm not in South Carolina. Um, and, that's the thing, because we need to start enforcing the laws. And again, if you look at that, the left has come out. That's the one thing they didn't want to do. They did not want the rule of law enforced, because to them, the rule of law does not matter. What matters is what they want. I mean, for somebody to just sit there and go, oh, we don't care what that there was or wasn't a law, it really doesn't matter to them. And that's very scary. But listen, this is where the world is going. This is where our country is going. This is where the world is going. We were told in Revelation, this is where it's going to go. The rule of law will allow our children to dream again, Catherine said. Good point, Catherine. And Donald Trump came out today and said, if Congress can't get this done, it's in the Bible quiz. If Congress, thank you, Robin, for the super hearts. If Congress can't get it done, then he's going to revisit it. I don't know what Donald Trump can do if he revisits it. Illegal does equal criminal, Debbie. I mean, to most people, more crooked Democrats. But if Donald Trump revisits it, he can't do anything. He doesn't have the authority to do an executive order or anything else. He doesn't. He's the president. He can't create law. This is Congress. Congress should have done something about it back when Obama passed it in 2012. They should have, for one, taken him to court and had it nullified. But they didn't want to do that. And as I wrote in my article today, they didn't want to do that because they had money coming into their constituents from the federal funding. And, they wanted the votes. DACAs are talented. We should take advantage of them, McCurl said. I haven't seen Donald at all this week. You guys should have seen Juan. He was unhinged. He even referred to Greg as a racist. Yesterday, if you look at my article, people were calling Donald Trump a racist because he got rid of an illegal law. Trump needs a new Congress in 2018 to drain the swamp. Listen, he really does. What will Congress do? Predictions. Can he extend it? He can't. He can get rid of he should have just gotten rid of the law, period. And said, okay, Congress, you go deal with it. It's an illegal law, quiz, yes. If you weren't here in the beginning, the President of the United States does not have the authority to create legislation. And that's a law. And that's what Obama did. And Obama does not, as a president, does not have the authority to interfere with immigration law, which is a federal law. Hey, Donnie, good to see you. Jeff, good to see you. Obama was a dictator, Nancy said. And Congress never went after Obama. No. Because, again, most of it, Donald Trump and Mike Pence are not racist at all, Hassan said. No, they're not. And for somebody to say they're racist because that Donald Trump got rid of a law shows you that those people have no idea what the word racist means. They hear it used and they're like, oh, let me just throw it around. Rescind every single one of Obama's executive orders. He could stop. He could do that. Hey, Barry, good to see you. I'm going on vacation tomorrow for 2 weeks. I just got back from a week, so I guess I missed him, Asher said. Congress did not want to deal with it and does not want to deal with it. That is why Obama stomped the Constitution down. Yeah, and I heard the Democrats today saying, listen, we want DACA put on the Senate floor today. We want to vote DACA in today. So what they want to do, here's what they would do if they voted it in. In the current form, it just says that you get a work permit every 2 years. I mean, unless they want to change it, that's what it says. True, but DACA has been a success. Can't deny that. Just need to give them a road to citizenship. And Finn, that's, I guess, do you put them on a road to citizenship ahead of all those other people who've been standing in line now for 10 years? So sick of Obama's moves that distract us from our future, Catherine said. Yeah. It doesn't matter. The left are deceived. I can lay out proof for Doug, and he still won't accept it. I know, Asher, and I'll tell you something. As much as you and I look at how we look at things from a conservative viewpoint on the right, those people on the left believe just the opposite as much as we do. Okay, so they absolutely believe what they're saying is true, and we absolutely believe that what we're saying is true too. So I don't know how you make those meet. Are you guys in a safe place for the coming hurricane? Some aren't, Quiz. And, some people in DACA, they've been going in the military, and that's good. And I think that should be a road, if anything, to citizenship, going in the military. No road to citizenship, Spencer said. I just think sometimes that people make exceptions for, the military if you go in the military, but that's not a whole lot of people. That's a few people. But these people will not have to leave. I don't know if they're going to give them legal resident or green card. I don't know if that's going to be it. But I really think that the way that people have been talking, the way that left's talking, the way that Lindsey Graham was talking, they want to give them an amnesty. So allowing DACA to run out puts order back into our immigration law. That's right, Joy. It brings back law and order. And then let Congress pass a law if that's what they want to do. And then Congress is all up in arms. Oh, what he did was so cruel, so cowardice. I'm sorry, what you did was so cruel and so cowardice because you didn't address this back in 2012. You didn't address this even before then. You never addressed it because you didn't want to be the one to have to do it. Congress is very cowardice. They don't want to have any job to do. They just want to sit there, get their big checks, go out, campaign a little bit. What DACA's fear is that in USA people can be labeled criminal for a traffic violation. No, that's not a criminal offense. A traffic violation is not a criminal offense. What have these people been doing for the last 4 years under Obama, getting their cards or citizenship? I don't know, Asher. I don't know if they've done anything. They registered. They let, Obama made those people come and register. So Obama let everybody know who was here illegally. What DACA's fear is that in USA people can be... Why are you repeating the same thing that Quiz repeated verbatim? As I said, a traffic violation is not a criminal offense. Military is strict about who they take. If they get in, they might fit in, Catherine said. I know, Quiz. It's like... You have somebody who's repeating you. I have no idea. It's like GOP will lose control of the House and Senate in time. They've betrayed all of us. The GOP, it's amazing. Yeah, I know. And it's that same one that does that over and over repeating. Some good kids, some not. Yeah, Nina, it's just like everybody else. DACA's contribute to U.S. economy. Yeah, you said that yesterday, $5 billion annually. DACA kids should have to serve 4 years in the military to receive citizenship, Debbie said. I think that's a good idea. 99% are good kids, Finn said. Yeah, I mean, again, if they're not breaking laws, then they don't have to worry about it. What's a bad idea, Quiz? Going in the military? What's wrong with that? I heard that some of the DACA children joined the MS-13 gangs, Josette said. Yes, I know. My point is that bots repeated me a few times. Hey, Carmen, good to see you. Hot potato here with DACA, which is why Obama did what he did. Did you know that the intel community, ever since JFK, have no oversight, no budgetary restraint, and no one in Congress? On and on and on. Yeah, it's a mess. Carmen's awake. I'm confused about what Trump actually wants Congress to do about DACA. Is that Ibris? I don't know if it's... I'll just say Ibris. If I get it wrong, I'm sorry. What he wants Congress to do. Only Congress can pass a law, number one, and only Congress can pass a law regarding immigration. So what he wants is for Congress to pass a law. If they want to pass the same law, they have an ability to do that. If they want to pass something else, they have an ability to do that. What the President of the United States does not have the ability to do is to make law. And that's what Obama did when he passed that DACA executive order. He made law which is unconstitutional, illegal, void, boom. So Trump will sign a bill legalizing DACA. Yeah, he will. I honestly believe President Trump will regret his decision on DACA. Why should he regret his decision on DACA? He took an illegal law that could be overturned somewhere down the road, and he's saying to Congress, make a law that can't be overturned. So, why should he regret it? Only because the Democrats are saying that, but it's not the truth. DACA is for illegals under the age of 31 as of June 15, 2012. And that's when the illegal law was put into force. They have 6 months to get their citizenship. I think they should if they want to be here, right? I don't think they have 6 months to get their citizenship. No, that's not correct. Spencer said, give another 2-year work visa and tell them it's the last one they will get. Force them to either get legal or to get out. Get in line with everybody else. They're not, 6 months is not for them to get legal citizenship. Want them to have to get a path to citizenship and off of federal assistance. Sounds like this is Trump campaigning for 2020. I have no idea. Trump fixing O's mistakes. The thing of it is, again, everybody seems to ignore, this was not a valid law. Never has been. Where do they go? They have no home. They're not going anywhere, Nina. They're not going anywhere. They're not going to be deported. They're not leaving. They're not deporting illegal immigrants. The only illegal immigrants that are being deported are those that have committed a crime. Period. Don't listen to the left and the scare tactics that they're using. There was not one utterance yesterday from either Sessions' mouth or anything that Trump said that would make it be any different. It's the same policy they've already had. Illegal immigrants will leave if they've committed a law. No, Nina, then they're being lied to. Nobody's telling them to get out. The left is causing issues again. It's scare tactics. Obama didn't make illegal entry legal. He tried. I can't believe these people can get through their heads. I know, Asher, but it's what the left is fairly good at. What they do is the left makes a scare tactic, and then like everybody yesterday went out and protested right after. They have no idea what they were out there protesting. They should have been out there protesting against Obama, telling them, no, the people in this room telling them to get out, not politicians. So the illegals are still illegal regardless, correct? They want you to misunderstand so they can get their way. Exactly, Donnie, exactly. Only above age 15 was able to file for DACA. And what's happening now is that they're not going to be processing any new people wanting to come to the United States under DACA. So it's going to be 6 months, a wind down from that. Their home country should step up and help with support if they stay here. You know, their home countries aren't going to do a thing. Their home countries are getting money off of them that they send back to their home countries. Their home countries want them here. I can't believe, let's see, given 800,000 more jobs for legal residents, we will lose nothing. So if you will, we're at the kind of the halfway point. Everybody, if you would please retweet this, that would be great. Please, thank you. And invite your followers. I wish they would stand for American citizens like they do for illegals. You know, Keith, yesterday, hearing those people and the way they were talking and hearing Lindsey Graham, he cares more about the illegal immigrants than he does about Americans. He said more amazing things about the Dreamers than he ever did about any American I've ever heard of. And they're so hot and heavy, they're ready to go out there and vote. You know, oh, yes, we're going to get out there and vote. And the Democrats also said, hey, you know, if we don't get this up here on the floor so that we can vote on this right now, we're going to tie this to everything that you Republicans want. And so you're not going to get what you want. You can blame Obama for overreaching, but bottom line is DACA has been a success. I guess if you are DACA people, it's been a success. And in a success in what way? Ryan is such a poor leader. Marianne, Ryan is a globalist. Ryan is a globalist. And most people right now surrounding President Trump are globalists. That's a bad thing. He said this was about real people as if nothing else he does is about real people. I know he doesn't care, you know, about all the rest of Americans. He really made that clear. If you support breaking the law, of course, it was a success. Thank you, Keith. The protesters are being lied to. They refuse to know the truth or be informed. That's right, Josette. He took money from Blue Cross, I read. Very true. Success at reaching into taxpayers' pockets illegally. Pretty successful at stealing. They are talented, educated adults that contribute to the economy and society. They do contribute. Some of them are educated, yeah. It would have been nice had their parents not broken the law and brought them here. Can't reason with propaganda and corruption. We must act to take our freedom back. Ryan plans a 2020 presidential run. Man does not have a grip on reality, Marcy said. Most are educated. Well, if you want to get statistics, Finn, I mean, I can say most aren't, and, unless I have something to back that up with. No, what their parents did is not irrelevant, because what's going to happen is if you get people here legally under DACA, then as Graham said, we're going to go and try to get your parents an ability to stay here too. And if you make the DACA people, if you make them citizens, then all of their parents will be citizens as well. They broke the law, and they will get in front of everybody else who came here legally and are standing in line sometimes for 15 years. So, the same people who are saying this is all great, I would like to see what would happen if you cut in front of them in a grocery line, right? You're going to get, hey, excuse me, what are you doing? I mean, seriously. And or a kid jumps in front of you and tells his parents to come with you. I mean, come on. No, they're not anchor babies. Anchor babies are those that come here when their parents are coming illegally and they're born in the United States. They're not anchor babies. And see, people get that definition of anchor babies wrong too, because that's what the left tells them. Let them take their education back to their nations and build them. That's exactly what their old government do not want them to do. Yeah, it's funny because people, let's say, that are here, some of them, as I said yesterday, I'll talk about Mexico because of the fact I'm right next to Mexico. But when they come here from Mexico, the people, the government in Mexico, look at how they let their people live in total poverty while they fill their pockets. Somebody needs to tell Mexico to stop treating their people like that, but nobody's going to do that. And if Mexico cleaned up their stuff and cleaned up their country, nobody would be coming here. You're not going to get the MSM to admit the truth and blame the real culprits, Maureen. It's not going to happen. You try getting rid of anchor babies and you'll have all-out civil war. Why? Would that happen in Mexico? Only if Ryan running on a Democratic ticket. Gidget the surfer girl. Hey, Gidget, have you been in before, or are you somebody that's just on changed and have a different name on a different site? Thank you, Ron. We love you a lot. You're awesome, Susan, and you are correct on 99%. Gotta go. Have a great day. I could listen to you all day. Thanks, Ron. Love my blonde cherry lipstick. Never. Oh, my gosh. I know. Stop anchor baby policy today. I know, exactly. I agree. DACA persons aren't going anywhere. They're not going anywhere. They're staying in the United States. And so are their parents that came here illegally. Mexico is uber racist. You'll never see a native near a camera or political position. America will always be a desirable place to live for many people around the world. That's true. Would say you're 75% correct. That's a good grade, though. Thanks, quiz. Build the wall. Yeah, and did you hear the Democrats yesterday said, you can, we're not going to build the wall. Even Dick Durbin, oh, no, not the wall. We're not building the wall. So they're going to do everything that they can to not build the wall. So for those of you who, oh, okay, Gidget, thank you for coming. If you want, sign up, please subscribe, and then click on the little bell and you get notifications. We are on every day at 11, every weekday at 11 Eastern. I know, Quiz, the bot likes you. Send Congress to Mexico. It's my doggy's name. Aw, how cute. No wall, then we will stop paying taxes, Nancy said. I wish you were that easy. I really do. But as I said, Donald Trump has a lot of globalists around him. He is a nationalist. They're trying to change him and his ideas into a globalist. I don't know if they're going to be successful. One of the reasons that we need to pray for him and pray for him hard. Yeah, I saw that about Michelle dressing up as Beyonce. It was for her birthday or something. I don't know. Made national news. Many come through Mexico from South America, and there is a difference in the demeanor of the people. I mean, they're people from all over different cultures. They're not Americans. A lot of them don't want to be Americans. So, if you come to America, you should want to be American. Nancy, I missed the first part of your question. Yeah, I know exactly. And did you see they showed a picture of Michelle? She was on a yacht, and you could practically see up her dress. Uh, yeah, sick of the take, take, take. I know. How do you feel about Donald Trump businesses taking globalist policy, manufacturing in China? Everybody manufactures in China practically. I mean, if you're going to talk about his policies in business, then you got to talk about everybody else's. I know, Marianne, it was too much. It really was. So, Sheriff David Clark, he's going to join the super PAC that supports the Trump-Pence administration, in 2020. He's going to be a senior advisor and spokesman on the America First Action Team. So everybody wanted to know where David Clark went. Sheriff Clark, that's where he went. Well, quiz, right now he can't do anything about his business. He's not allowed to touch his business or make any business decisions at all. Why come here if you want it to be like your country? I know, Monica. So Sheriff David Clark, he's going to be joining the America First Action Team, which is a super PAC for the Trump-Pence reelection. He's going to be a senior advisor and spokesperson. Yeah, they did try to destroy Sheriff Clark. Yep. And everybody was asking yesterday, where did, do I honestly believe that? Yes, I do, quiz. I do. They were saying yesterday that where is Donald Trump's bodyguard? Remember that? That was his longtime bodyguard, and he was leaving, and everybody was wondering what happened. Basically, you sound like an unoiled hinge too, Appalachian. You must be from North Carolina. You might want to go back into the woods there. So what happened was he's leaving for a new job that brings him tons more money. Yeah, where's Waldo? Yeah, he did. He went back to Appalachian, to the mountains. So that's where the bodyguard went. All right, you have a great day too, Eddie. Eddie, please retweet this if you will. Really appreciate it. Let's see. You were way too intelligent to be saying some of the things you're saying. And quiz, I'll put that right back on you too. Anyway, there are high levels of carcinogen benzene detected in Houston right now. They're saying there are high levels of volatile organic compounds that are linked to liver damage, and cancers are also being detected. I hope I stay on your side. I know, Teresa. Thank you, Steve. Thank you for the hearts. Love them. Hey, Deborah, good to see you. Deborah, I hope you got out of the hospital. I hope you're back home. From the chemical plant. They're saying from Valero Refinery, and that's for, she's being sarcastic. I know. Exactly. If you don't know that I'm sarcastic by now, then you don't know me at all. I'll have to start singing that, but I'll spare you. You might get blocked for other things, quiz, but not for that. So the Valero Refinery had a floating roof cover, I guess, that fell in and sank during the storm, and so that they're feeling that is leaking out into the. Oh, you give hearts too? I didn't know that. Thank you, quiz. So it's some of that is coming off of the Valero Refinery. So I'm sure they're going to be finding a lot of things. I know, me sarcastic? Are you kidding me? Castro looking forward to having Mar-a-Lago on the shores of Cuba. Oh, that's funny. There's a UN probe that says, remember, thank you, Barbara, for the super hearts. Remember when we were worrying about or wondering about the Syrian gas, and did the government, was it the Syrian government who released that sarin gas and killed their people? Well, the UN is saying, yes, they did. They're saying after an investigation, they find that the Syrian government did release the sarin gas in April that killed their people. Nancy, who knows? If it's not closed down, I don't know if Mar-a-Lago is going to be standing there. Can't afford super hearts. I'm too cheap. No, I don't do super hearts either, so don't worry about it. UN is totally corrupt. Yep, they pretty much are. We love Sheriff Clark, Gidget said. Yes. He, let's, here goes Piedmont and mountains, not all are sheeple, Pepper NC said. Sheriff was a sellout, Clark is a disgrace, Callie said. Sheriff Clark is a great guy and a real man, Asher said. Then Trump was right again about the gas attack. Right, Rhonda? So Rhonda's pointing that out. Trump, that's what Trump said, and he was right. Good, being released in a bit. Good, Deborah. I'm glad you're on your way home. Thank goodness. Thank God. I will be the bridge that unites Republicans and Democrats, Quiz said. They didn't give a hoot about the benzene water contamination in the military bases. Do you really think they will change here? No, Spencer, not really. No, Judge Joe Arpaio was not a despicable disgrace. He was following federal law, and the Obama administration didn't like it. So in other news, a mob boss's son was found wrapped up and weighed down in the Brooklyn waters. He was weighed down by a cinder block. So they basically killed a mob boss. And Carini, I don't know. I'm not familiar with the mob bosses, so I don't know who that is. So if anybody's familiar. How can you love a man who allowed people to die from dehydration in the jail that he was responsible for? I didn't hear any of that, Callie. Don't think that's true. Humans died on the floor of his prison. Somebody else is saying. You got covered over here. Yeah, I know. Troll much. You are the chosen one. Oh, thanks, Quiz. Okay, so supposedly President Trump is going to be flying to North Dakota today to discuss tax reforms and tax cuts. I'm not sure why North Dakota. It really didn't say. Next time they will use anchor chains. Going back to Callie. Callie, no, I don't think so. Well, Mike, I'm hearing Callie. So if they were saying that there was a hurricane coming, I would get out. Yeah, it's cheaper to help people get out than it is to rescue them. God will have judgment. Here I am, Gidget. Oh, hey, there you are, Gidget. I don't agree to fly that far. Waste of money. Well, I mean, I guess you could drive. What about driving over to Georgia? Would that be better? Could you do that? Could people just go over there and be safer? I mean, it seems like it might be possible. Do I think God caused the hurricane? Well, God is the one who does, all of the natural disasters, the wind, the air, the sun, yeah. So, I mean, I think that it's just part of God's plan of a climate that he has that's ever changing, if that's what you mean. You close to any of the fires? Donnie, I'm a couple hours away from L.A. If Robert is still in here, Robert, how are the fires in L.A.? I mean, that fire in L.A. looked really bad. There are fires everywhere. Yes, God is in control, Marine Hero. Did you guys know that yesterday from I think it was Saturday until Monday, there were 100 earthquakes in southeast Idaho? Did you know that? Oh, wow. Your parents have smoke and ash falling on them, Nina. Where is that, Nina? Hey, Bill, good to see you. Nearly 90% contained, now doing brush clearance on burned area. Good, Nancy. My son is going to Pasadena on Nah, you don't have to worry. Pasadena's far enough away. Canada is burning up too. Yeah, I mean, there are fires in Utah, Montana, Oregon, Los Angeles. Gosh, where else? Huge fires at border Oregon and Washington. Yeah. I saw people saying the government is causing the hurricanes, Debbie said. Well, I don't know how, but, Wow, the lodging at Glacier National Park has burned down, Gidget said. Sperry Chalet. Wow. All over Pacific Northwest. It's incredible. I just heard about the earthquakes when you shared them yesterday, Robin said. Yeah. They are seeding the clouds, Bill said. Oklahoma and Texas have had a few things, the fires. I think I read that right, but I'm not sure. It's the end, Biodata said. We need to start praying harder. We really do need to start praying harder. But remember this, God did say that he would show the believers signs and there would be birth pangs. I think what we're seeing are birth pangs. And there are also rumors and threats of war. We're seeing that. You know this is where we're at. You know we're in the end times. You know what you're supposed to do in the end times too. Hey, Ed. There's no need to panic. God is in control. This is where it's going to go. It's written in Revelation. God doesn't lie. It's going to go where it's going to go. Living in the last days before Jesus' return. That's right, Deborah. Absolutely. And God, hello, Ed. We do need God. We need to pray continuously. We really do. And keep focused on God. Keep focused on God. Because we're seeing all these things come to pass. And, there's still things in the Middle East that are going on that nobody's talking about. That what's happening with Israel and Iran encroaching on Israel. And Israel saying, we're not going to take it. And what's happening with North Korea. So you just have to keep focused. But no need to panic. It's all going to be as God said. It's info overload. Yep. Not my will, but thy will be done. That's right. Stop and come and see. Yes, build your relationship with the Lord, Robin said. Try to keep a pure heart, Mike said. Absolutely. Not going to read it. How come you're not going to read it, Quiz? You'll be prepared if you read it. God is in all of us, so by your reasoning, man caused the hurricane. No, sorry, Quiz. It ain't the way it works. You keep repeating yourself, Quiz. Senator Mendez in court for bribery. Yes. When you go through deep waters, I will be with you. Isaiah 43:2. J.D. Farag has very good prophecy updates, and so does Amir Sarfati at beholdisrael.org. They're really good people to watch and listen to. And again, you can't always depend on what they're saying. It's a neutral thing to repeat or copy. That's great. They really like Quiz, probably because Quiz is the one that's, going against the grain. So everybody likes, the bots like Quiz. It's hard to keep a pure heart these days. I'm usually just mad. I know, Asher. Quiz, maybe, one of the things you might want to just check your own relationship with God, and maybe you'll find out the answers that you're looking for. I'll try to stop, but there's so many of them. Which ones? Callie is saying, before long, Black Lives Matter will join forces with ISIS to bring down our legal constituted republic. You heard it first here. Callie, we've been talking about that for a while. Again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put up that address for anybody who wants to send supplies or gift cards for those people and the homeless veterans in Arizona who are going to be going across country, getting supplies in Georgia. You'll see me in heaven, Quiz, if you get there. Okay. Have a great day. I like Irvin Baxter, End Time Bible Prophecy. Billy Graham also wrote about End Time Bible Prophecy too. One of the things too with North Korea, keep your eye on North Korea, because one of the things that they are now threatening to do is to attack our power grid. So that would be really a really severe thing that they would do. Yes, an EMP. And an EMP on our power grids would be disastrous. So, just keep a watch. Like I said, keep praying. One of the things that we really need to do, keep praying. I want to watch the next election here. Well, Quiz, if you want to, why don't you go out and vote for Donald Trump, and then you can watch it here. Thank God for your channel. You speak the truth. Thank you, Gidget. Thank you so much. I try. Will you be streaming? I have no idea. Whatever God calls me to do, Quiz, that's what I'm going to do. DACA equal Democratic votes. Exactly, Jamie. That's been coming for years, and our government has done nothing about it. I know, Nina. And, again, when it went down for about 12 hours here in California, when the electricity went out in California, I think Nevada, maybe Arizona, may have been Utah, I can't remember too, people went crazy. They do not know what to do when there's an emergency. If an EMP were to hit, people would be chaotic and just absolutely crazy. Oh, come on, Kenny, go find somebody else to insult. They will be pre-staging in Gainesville, Georgia. No word yet on donation intake address. Those could be directed. Spencer, I have the address. I gave it out at the very beginning. They're going to be in Oakwood, Georgia. They gave the address yesterday. Panic would absolutely set in. Kenny had to leave, quiz. Anybody who's disrespectful has to go. Work to remove incumbent politicians 2018 primaries. Get Paul Ryan out. Put in Paul Nealon. That's what we need to do. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Would really appreciate it if you would go ahead and retweet everything. I would really, really appreciate that. Get the word out. We'll see you again tomorrow. Gidget, you have to go out and go for Paul Nealon. Just go out there, go door to door if you have to. Show him support. I command that Irma be dissolved and cast into the sea in the name of Jesus, Deborah said. Deborah, thank you so much. So glad you're going home today from the hospital. See you guys tomorrow. God bless you. Thank you. And please retweet. Thank you so much. YouTubers, I'm going to be in a few minutes going to be doing the Knowles on the News show, so I'll be taping it if you see the notification again. If you come and watch, I probably won't be able to respond to you, but I may see some of your comments and respond, just depending. But typically I just talk all the way through. All right, you guys, take care. God bless.